hear over that, like the pain in the butt process, the password policy and telling the world in the digital world who we are in every single different account that we have. And we looked at the landscape and said there's modern technology out there that should allow us to improve this user experience and simplify that user experience while increasing the security. We've strategically focused on where the human needs to interface with the machine, making it so that in a very simple way, we're authenticating who you say you are, providing security native in the solution. They have this perception that it's too big a project to move to modern technology. Whether you use TraitWare or not, you should be moving your solutions to a modern authentication standard like OpenID Connect or SAML, et cetera, to use those tools to enhance security and reduce friction for the user. So as much as I agree with Ann's view of MFA needs to be deployed 100% of the time, it needs to be done in a way that the MFA is native to the solution and not a bolt-on or extra step for the user. We helped a software provider in the healthcare space who, because of regulation, had to use MFA everywhere because of regulatory requirements. In that scenario, some of their system admins literally had, more than 5 separate individual one-time passcode keys that generated a one-time passcode that was very long that they had to use in combination with a unique legacy login, so a separate username, separate password, and then a separate one-time passcode for each one of those environments. The opportunity for mistake or frustration by that user to enter the wrong password with the wrong one-time passcode that's very long to do multi-factor authentication creates more opportunity for downtime or lockouts or password resets.
You're absolutely right when you say that the perception can become, this is complex and hard to do. And so the approach then is different. It's understanding the building blocks. And as Heath said, these components need to be native within not only the design, but in the technologies that you're bringing in order for you to harness the power of the different types of security modules that need to go in there. I mean, in the old days, it was, I'm old enough as an engineer to remember the first time that a diagram showed up with the brick with the fire on it, right? And we were like, this is cool, man. We got security now. We got the firewall. Right, those diagrams look very different today, right? Of course, there's a brick with a flame on it, and that's cool, but there's a lot of other things in there that are now interacting. And so, as Heath said, if you try and just patchwork or put things in that's not native, the perception is very easy to get behind that. It just gets more and more complex as you try and build this stack with the point solutions. And so taking a step back and starting with the zero trust framework and understanding how those different technologies interact within the business, you've got to start with, I mean, even at the most basic level, where are my users and where are the resources they're trying to access? Because if you can't build the workflows and the workloads and understand that, you can keep throwing different point solutions in that don't have the native technology to support it. And you are going to increase that complexity over time.